Good Sunday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. I am the host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's go ahead and talk about the weather for today. Now, looking down at us, nice and clear, no rain to worry about pretty much today and tomorrow. And then we have some ice over here inside the Oklahoma and Kansas area with some rain in pretty much almost all of Texas. Same thing with New Mexico and Arizona. We have some snow in southern Utah, and then we have a huge just blob of rain coming into the west coast, causing mudslides and some flooding issues, as well as some freezing rain up here inside of the north central U.S. That's pretty much what we have for right now. Now let's go ahead and talk about the cloud cover. So, looking at our cloud cover, we have not a lot of cloud cover, but enough for around the northern Midlands of South Carolina to get some partly cloudy skies. Not really any sort of high or low clouds, just some medium to high clouds. And then everyone else is clear. Moving on to our temperatures, 33 in Columbia, 37 in Charleston, 34 in Augusta, 36 in Myrtle Beach, 31 in Florence. That's for South Carolina. Now moving on to other places down south, 44 in Gainesville, 42 in Jacksonville, 32 in Birmingham, 26 in Huntsville, and up north, 28 inside of Raleigh, 29 inside of 29 inside of Greenville, 31 Fayetteville, and places like that. Now, moving on to our minimum temperatures, 21 inside of Columbia, 20 inside of Sumter and Florence, 32 inside of Charleston, and places like that. So we will be below freezing again today. So that is something that we're going to have to watch for as well. Make sure that, again, you bring your plants inside it, or your pets inside. Your plants, you can bring them inside if you want. Plants, make sure you put them inside of a garage or the corner of a house. Make sure your pipes are still dripping. Not as bad as it's going to be as it was last night. But other than that, still, we need to take those necessary precautions for this. And then here is our 24-hour precipitation in inches. No precipitation is expected for the next 24 hours. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the temperature anomalies because we have a huge warm up incoming. So here we are right around now. We move this forward. You can see all this cold air right here. That's causing us to see these Arctic temperatures. We can move this forward a bit more. And as we move this forward, you can see we start to not be too cool, and then we get dominated by warm air. You can see we're up to 30 degrees above average in Canada. And then pretty much the entire US will be above average except for Maine. But again, we are now, this is on Wednesday, January the 24th. We are now around 15 to 17 degrees above average. And we push this forward some more. As you can see, I mean, the temperatures are still there, and this one right here is showing 24 degrees above average in places like Columbia, 22 up in like the Greenville Sporting, 21 at Charleston and Myrtle Beach. So that now means, it does not mean that we're going to be like warm, or I'm not even going to say warm, I'm going to say hot. It does not mean that we're going to be hot, but we will probably be warm. So at the end of the day, it's not going to be as cool as it is now. So that is that, and you can see them as we can continue to push it forward. We're going to be in this warm trend for a while until we get this huge system up here. This is like 40 degrees above average right here in Canada, and that's 33 degrees below average in Maine. But I mean, we can continue to push this forward. I mean, just 50 degrees above average up here. I mean, just not hot, but just extremely warmer than average. Like some people up here, their regular temperature may be like -5, but they might only be seeing like 40 or 50 degrees instead of -5, which is still a pretty big warm up. Now let's go ahead and talk about the temperature and what they might look like. So here we go, pushing this forward. Here we go on around Thursday, 68 in Charleston, 76 in places like Somerville, Orangeburg, and then keep on bringing this forward. And then the warm temperatures stay. Then we get some cool temperatures that get to take over. We saw them on the anomaly map. And then the warm air takes back over near February the 6th. So we're going to have a bit of a January thaw, as people were calling it, this week. So be ready for these warmer than average temperatures and a bit of a break from these cooler temperatures. So, and I know a lot of people like that. So, but that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Just wanted to come on and show y'all this warmer than average temperatures. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow.